Fixing you. There's no potion, no medicine, no outside button, if you were, to push, pull, yank, make appear in order for you to desire to change. All beginnings are merely a thought that you agree to do or to try. So let's try fixing you. Today I realize I am not perfect. However, I choose to have a whole, healed, prosperous life in the spirit of happiness and joy. Now just take a moment in that. If you could realize that there is a positive way to do just about anything. I mean, there's a positive way to disagree, or you could just not disagree and find something positive in whatever is happening and do that. I realize I may need help from time to time. I will not make therapy my crutch for life. I choose to grow strong for only me, knowing that that will trickle down to others that also will find happiness in themselves. I desire to have and do better for only me. I know it is possible to have success and keep it. Many people are afraid of being successful and having it because they fear that it takes too much work or time or energy. And I feel once you just try to give that notion up, you will have more energy than you'll ever need. You'll have a successful career. You will have your heart's desire if you work with yourself, first of all, a time restraint, and respect for others. It all falls into place. Back to our lesson. I take classes to help my mind grow. I strive to be the very best I can, so I can hold my head up high for myself. I pray and consult with others to keep my spirit growing and learning. I eat well and exercise to keep my body growing. My associates are good to me and I am good for them. I know in order to have the best, I weed out things that hold me back, so I only attract positive things. Today, I act on things that I need to improve myself. I face everything I do from now on with conviction and courage. Let me stop a moment here. It is really amazing how many of us feel I have to do that in order to get this, or I have to give that up in order to get this. And a good example of this is men feel maybe women are always, in charge of the house, or in charge of this, or in charge of that, and men eventually just give in. Now, mind you, this is just an example. And then I look at some couples I know who've been married 30 plus years, and I ask her, so what is your key to having a good marriage? And you know what she says? I let him do what makes him happy. And I said, well, you know, if I didn't have the belief system I had, I would tend to believe that that's a little easy. And one of my lady friends said, yes, most women think it is too easy, but that's because they're coming from a place of jealousy or spite or envy. And we don't have that in our marriage. I trust him wholly and he trusts me wholly because I trust myself. And I thought, wow, that's pretty powerful, you know? And I was happy for her to share that with me. So hopefully someone else can hear. It is that easy just to trust yourself and know that everything will be made whole. Let's move on. As humans, we all have the capability to do and have better. Do you believe that? Now, whatever your gut just said, did you hear it? Were you listening to it as it answered for you? Because you know the gut has no negative or positive ions. So therefore, it is always correct. I am an individual who knows we must do well for ourselves first. Then our environment changes. Once you change, just the idea, just the notion of changing your mind, the thought to change. Because how can you think the thought before you do the thing? You can't. So with the very notion, I might want to do thus and so. That is the action in process with that very minuscule thought. Knowing that there is something bigger than you, rely on that. Rely on that. Have faith in something to help you stay steadfast on this road to success. Do you have something bigger than yourself to believe in, even if it's your mother? Now, I trust you realize you have faith that your mother would not steer you wrong. And if you do, find faith in something bigger than your mother. Something out there I have extreme faith in that is so much bigger than me, that holds me up, makes me go to the mirror and look in it and says, you are beautiful. Just keep going. Just keep going. And once I realize I can keep going and breathe in and out, I find that strength. And I put one foot in front of the other and I keep going. Where the mind goes, the behind follows. Let's stick to that, okay?